Key off. Key on. I do not see any security light. I'm going to crank it. And we still got nothing. Alright, I'm back on this 05 Altima. Customer put in the BCM and installed crank no start. And there's still no security light on. But he does think that now we could communicate with the NAT system. Key off. Key on. I do not see any security light. I'm going to crank it. And we still got nothing. So I have the stereo unplugged because if there's a short in there, I don't want that plugged in. The alternator is unplugged also, in case that was the short. After seeing so many bad modules, I'm starting to think this car was struck by lightning or something. Alright, I'm going to do auto scan. First, going to pull up a full report. Alright, so this thing finally finished. And one thing I noticed is that we have no communication to the instrument cluster, which is where I think the immobilizer light is in. So now, I checked, I don't know how I missed this last time, but I checked from my history. Where is it? Nissan Altima. Right here we also have no communication. Now, it could be it's normal, it could be these older cars don't communicate with them. But one thing the customer did show me is now the windows work. He said that didn't work before. He also said that he did have a code in the ECM saying mismatched key, and he tried programming the key. And he thought maybe he heard the fuel pump turn on. He's not sure if it went good enough. So what I'm going to try now is, last time I tried programming the key, it didn't work. It said I couldn't communicate with the stuff. So now I'm going to try doing that again. So let's go to the, I think I went Nissan anti-theft system. I'm not sure if it's the right place to go. We'll start here. Alright, when performing key registration, register, erase key. Yes. Okay, so this still couldn't work. So let me go out of here. Let's go in the BCM and check. Okay. Special function. Work support. I don't know where it will be stored. Let me go into the ECM and check. What I'm going to try is, I'm going to get my other scan tool, the immobilizer scan tool, and see if I can read it from there. Let me just see what we have here. VIN registration. Alright, I'm going to go get my IM608 from Autel, which is made for keys. And I'm going to see if I can communicate with that. And okay, so I got here my IM608. Let me turn the key on. Accept. Let's go. I'm just going to go to Nissan. We're in an Altima sedan. Let's just do an IMMO status scan, see what we can read. Turn the hazard lights on. Yeah, there's no hazards because that's on the stereo, which is not plugged in. I might have to plug it in. Yeah, so the BCM is the main, gotta be the main module. Alright, blade key. Number of register keys NA. Now, either I can't read it or there's nothing in here. Encryption code is 945B4. Okay. The VIN code. Alright, here it goes. Add key guarded. Get PIN. Yes. Insert a blank key and turn the ignition on. Okay. Success. PIN verification. Success. Turn off the ignition, wait for at least 5 seconds, then remove the blank key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Insert the first key to be learned. Turn the ignition on and wait for at least 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue program next one? No. Turn off the ignition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert a learn key and turn the ignition on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, learning complete. Check if key can start vehicle. I do hear a change. Alright, let me see. Let's do another scan now. Let's see. Rescan. I want to see if the number of registered keys changes. Pass, no fault. Key type, blade key, number is key BCM. Okay, so it still says NA. Let's do BCM learning. Yes. Okay. All right. Insert the first key to be learned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Program success. No. Turn off the ignition. Wait at least 5 seconds. That should be good. Insert a learned blade key and turn the ignition on. Turn off the ignition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's doing the exact same procedure. Now I'll check if this can start the car. And it can't, and there's still no security light. How do I know if this cluster is supposed to communicate? Alright, time for service information. Let's go to, I don't even know where to go first. Let's look at information bus. Let's see if it's supposed to communicate. Alright, what do we got? We got airbag, body control module, transmission control module, behind center of dash, engine, airbag, combination meter. It's supposed to communicate. It's on the high-speed can. And it's not. So let's go see if we're missing a power to it. That would be amazing. Diagrams. Alright, here's an instrument cluster diagram. It's definitely on the CAN network. We got 3 fuses for it. And they're all under hood. Okay, so we got fuse 6, fuse 19, which we checked already, I remember. Alright, there's a fuse for the security light. And fuse 14. Alright, so we gotta check these 3 fuses. So let me pull up a diagram again of the fuse box, because I don't remember how it is. There are ones on the bottom. That's about it. Here we go. So 1, we need fuse 10. What do we need? Fuse 6, 19, and 14. So we got right here 6, 19, and 14. These 3. Let me go get a test light. Alright. I got her a test light. Go to battery. Go to the door jamb. And the door jamb's loose. So let me first find any fuse. Okay, we have the power in this fuse. So that means our test light's good. Alright, now let me get my computer. We need, what was it again? Fuse 6, which is 5, 6. A bunch of blanks. It's this guy right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have power on one side and power on the other. Alright, what else do we need? Fuse 19 I checked last time. We'll do that last. Actually, let's do it again. I think it was this one. Here, we'll just go in order. 14 is 3 up from this side. 1, 2, 3. We have power on this side and power on that side. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Power and power. So all 3 fuses to the body control module are good, which I sort of expected because it works. It's just not communicating. All right, what I want to do is pull out this BCM again, and I want to see if it blew the same thing again. And if it didn't, I want to give ground. Now I actually really want to do it. Before even pulling it out, I want to give ground to that wire on pin 12. I'm sorry, that wire, the yellow and red wire, I think that's what it is. Let me pull up another diagram quickly. Where are we? All right, this yellow and red wire, which turns into a green and orange wire at the BCM. So it's M18, that connector. M18, pin 23, it's a green and orange wire. All right, let me get a tool to take this out. All right, pull this cover off. I don't know if you can see anything over here. I'm just gonna pull down the BCM. Okay, I gotta unclip this guy, I remember. Okay, let's figure out which wire this is. This is the one that was blowing last time. I think this was... Okay, let's see. It was a green and orange wire. This looks like a green and orange. What's right next to it? This green and orange is 23. Alright, so I found the wire. It's this wire right here. Now technically, I'm connected to ground now. If I touch a power, well, I'm not, okay. Okay, so right now I have a good ground. I'm gonna give ground right here. I wanna look. And if I look here, nothing changed at all. I do not have a security light stall. So, I'm gonna give a real ground. I'm definitely on the right wire. I checked like 5 times. Pin 23. So wait, I should have power for here. Let me get some sort of multimeter or scope. Look. Okay, I got here my U-scope. Now, this is the wire that's going to the security light. All right. So, I know it's the wire. I verified it by here. Let's see. I'm gonna plug this guy in. All right. I have this grounded, and right now I have power. Now that power should be coming from fuse 19. Right. So this is fuse 19. I'm gonna pull it out, lazy man's way, and we lose our power. Plug it back in, and our power comes back. So this is definitely the fuse feeding the security light. So now I'm gonna jump this thing straight to ground. All right. I'm going through a fuse so we don't blow anything up more than this car's already blown up. And I'm gonna plug it into ground. Okay, it just grounded my scope. Now, let me see if the security light's on. It's not on. Now, either I'm crazy and there is no security light, but then why would there be a wire to it? Or this cluster's bad, or it's in this radio like someone commented, which I initially thought, but I don't see it there. So let me find this radio, see if I can see any sign of it. Or also I'm leaning towards a bad cluster, which is crazy. That's like the 5th bad module. This car must have been struck by lightning. I don't know what else could have caused this. I'm gonna find this radio. I wanna look at it. Okay, I'm just going one more time to check injection pulse to make sure that maybe we have a whole separate issue now, because I'm really leaning towards the cluster. I just wanna make sure it's still a security issue. All right, crank. Alright, so we have power now. As you can see, there's no pulse. Alright, so it's still obviously, there could be other issues, but it's still obviously a security issue. I couldn't find anything on the, what do you call it, on the stereo that looked like it would be a light. So I'm going to the cluster now because there's no communication to it, and it clearly looks like there's supposed to be communication. Okay, so I'm going to the cluster. I pull this cover off. Now, let me just pull this guy out. There's 2 screws here. Let's hope this thing comes out easily without having to take apart too much. Now, let's... Okay, so, looking at this, let's see, fuse 19 feeds, pin 10, but I know this one's good actually, because I saw the power down there. Let's start at fuse 6. It's a purple wire and pin 37. How many pins does this whole thing have? Alright, purple wire towards the end of one of the sides. Alright, so there's, I think 21 on each side, or 20. So that means the purple wire got to be this one, because it's 3 from the end, 37. Now let me find the ground so I can test it with. We have a ground on pin 25 as a ground. It's a black wire. There's actually 3 grounds, pin 28, 25, and 23. And they're all black, and they all go to the same location. So, if this is 37, I'm going to get a little test light to stick across this, a 4 amp test light, and we'll see if we have power there and ground all in once. Okay, so we got right here 4 pins from the end, 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be our power, and then a ground should be 1, 2, 3 from the end. 1, 2, 3. And we got good power there. Let's just check all these grounds quickly. Good, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And good. Okay, so all the grounds are good, and this power is good. That much we saw. What else? We got to check. All right, the next one is fuse 14. It's hot and honor start, which we're on. It's pin 22. So it's the one right before it is. Keep turning the wipers on. All right, so this gray wire right here. So any of these grounds should light it up, and it does. So we got good power there. And then the yellow and red one is going to be pin 21, which I am 90% positive it's good because we had ground all the way down there, and I was able to ground it at the fuse, and it's good. So we got all our powers, all our grounds, and this thing just doesn't want to communicate. So, yeah, I'm going to call this cluster. I don't know what else to say. I mean, what could have blown every single module? Should we try to open this up, see if we can see anything burnt, just to make us feel a little better about ourselves? Yeah, why not? Is there a security light anywhere? Seatbelt. To be honest, I don't see a security light. But wait, it goes into there, so it has to be a security light. Because the wire goes right here. That yellow and orange wire. So it has to be a security light. I don't know why I keep doubting myself. Maybe it's just made for a few different years? I don't know. I'm still calling this because it's not communicating. Okay, let's pop this guy out. Let's see if we can see anything cool. See if we can see anything. Alright, so here's one regular light. What's it go to? It's like the brake light. Alright, that bulb doesn't look burnt, that's for sure. Don't smell anything funny. Any of these traces look bad? Let's see if it plugs in this way. So the pin for our wire is right over there. It's this pin right here. It's the last pin. Okay, let's see if we can follow this. So it goes to this little transistor right here. It says 301 on it. I can't see. I need a microscope. I don't have here. Then it comes to this little guy. Goes to pin 2, which is a ground. I don't know.
1 week later.
Okay, I'm back at this 05 Nissan Altima. They put in a new cluster. He told me it doesn't work, but let me just verify that. And it's still a crank no start. And there's still no security light anywhere. I was starting to think that this is not a security issue because the light's not here, or someone said maybe it's on the radio, which doesn't work. But I was talking to a friend and he told me that I should check the key. So he said to check the chip to see a 46 chip can't be reused. And I'm gonna have to reprogram a new key. If it's a 60 chip, it could be. So I'm just gonna try that here. Alright, so I got here my key tool Max. We're going to put the chip in it and retransponder. So it's an ID 46. He told me that this key cannot be reused. It's locked and I have to make a new key since the PCM was replaced and the BCM and everything. So I'm going to program a new key. I got one right here. It's aftermarket, but it's all I have on me and it'll be good enough to test this theory. So let's go make a key of it. And then I'll try to reprogram it. Then if that doesn't work, I think I'm done chasing security. And I'm gonna see if I can find another answer to this. Okay, so my machine's not working properly. So I'm just gonna have to use this guy. Alright, so I got here a key. Let's hope it works. Just make sure it turns the ignition. And it does. Okay. So now I'm going to try to program this key. Alright, so I think I'm going away from a security issue because I wanted to do this test last time. I didn't think of doing it last time. In the edits, I wanted to do it. So I'm checking this wire right here. This is the wire that the BCM is supposed to ground to turn the security light on. Alright, so I have this to battery ground. I have my negative to battery ground, and I see 12 volts on this line. Now, I'm turning it on with the key. Okay, that's just low voltage. But this line, the BCM never grounds it. I'm going to use the old key that I erased. So, you know, this key should not be in the computer. And I'm going to turn it on. And you see, the BCM is not even trying to turn this on. So I don't think this is a security issue. I don't think this car... I guess this whole security light issue is nothing. It doesn't need a security light. That was completely a rabbit hole on my part, I think. I think I wasted a long time on it, and I was wrong about the cluster. Here we are. And I'm finally done with it being a key issue. Let me show you what I found. I feel a little stupid now, but right here, through the window, that is the security light. And it works.